So a quick guide to using Visual Studio Code and the file system here at Sheffield Hallam. So all students will notice that on the F drive you have a folder called public HTML, and you can place files inside of that. So I've got this Lab 1 starter files here inside of public HTML. I've already got Visual Studio Code open, which you'll find on Apps Anywhere, and if I want to edit those files in Visual Studio Code, you simply just drag the folder into Visual Studio Code like so, and it will then populate the sidebar with those files like so. So if we're starting off with a bit of simple HTML, you could double click on that index page, which you're giving you there as a starter file. We can use tricks like Control+ to make it a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. And if I want the skeleton of a HTML page, you can simply Visual Studio Code, select exclamation mark and hit tab, and it will build it for you like so. So there's the basic shell, and it works the same with other HTML tags as well. So we got H1, give it a tab, and it should, which is not, do H2, there you go, without that in, my heading. Right, so we've now got a file. If we wanted to preview that, we can go over to the file over here, we can right click and we can do copy path. You could then take that file path, stick it in Chrome, and you can view that file locally. Notice that this is running off the F drive, which would mean that you won't be able to access this file from home very easily. You might want to be able to view pages from home as your project gets more interesting. So in order to set that up, we need to look at how the public HTML folder works within Shue. It's a special folder on your F drive. Basically, the F drive, when you put stuff in public HTML, it maps to a web server. So when you place stuff in the public HTML folder, it's then visible through a server called homepages.shue.ac.uk / and then this would match your student number. So you prefix it with a tilde, which is shift hash on most keyboards, and then you put in your student number, whatever that happened to be. Then from that point onwards, you are matching that folder structure. So if I've got a folder called My Web, which is in my public HTML, and I want to view that page through the web server, I would type in my web index.html, and then this address is on a web server as opposed to being viewed locally, and I'll be able to view that through the browser. Now that will work internally by default, but if you're at home and you want to view those pages to see what they look like, show them friends and family or potential employees, if you build a portfolio, then you're going to want to make that externally viewable. In order to do that, click down on the start menu. You need to do this on a university machine. Type in MD, quickest way to do it. It'll bring up something called MD Assistance Center. That's Manage Desktop Assistance Center, which is here. We open that up. It's not the fastest application in the world, but it should open up like so. There's your Managed Desktop Assistance Center. Lots of goodies in here. What I'm interested in though is this self-service button. When we go into there, we can then manage public HTML folder. We can select that. Again, it takes a little while this as it crunches through the university network. You should then get a window that pops up and offers you the option here to make web page viewable from outside of Shue. If you select that, you'll be asked to agree that you're not going to do anything silly with that web space, and if you click that box, you'll then be able to see your web pages from outside of the Shue network.